Part 2 begins where we start speaking about teach, teach, teach. Make appointments to sit down with realtors and teach them. This helps establish you as an expert and also builds relationships. Teach them not only the technology, but teach them why they need to use it. Anybody not using this technology in the real estate business will be antiquated 2 years from now. Help them make videos of their listings. Help them set up a YouTube channel. Help them post to YouTube and Facebook. Teach them all these things until they can do it. Give your training time freely. Now, step number 3, time and effort can be given. Help realtors do open houses. You're going to get lots of leads yourself. Produce flyers, the simple flyers for an open house. Help them distribute them 3 days before the open house. Recommendation, put out 200 flyers, distribute them if the open house is on a Saturday, distribute them on Wednesday. Help them distribute them again to the same open house, same homes you distributed them before, the morning of the open house. Help them put open house signs up. It's really important that these flyers go out because people with brothers, sisters, co-workers, cousins, if there's a house available possibly on their street or around the corner, they might like they'd prefer to pick their neighbors, to make it blunt, and especially if it might be a relative or somebody that they really like. Now, sit in the open house with them to pre-approve the buyers that walk in. You should, on a successful open house, have 20 people to pre-approve. Now, follow up is the key. If you finish up on a Saturday afternoon, you should be calling them Saturday evening or Sunday morning, at the absolute latest Monday. Hey, John, I met you at the open house the other day. Wanted to find out, we spoke a little bit about pre-approving, wanted to see when is the best time to get together. Now, here's how you make an appointment. Would today be good or tomorrow be better? 2 positive answers. Would you prefer 6 p.m. or is 8 better for you? 2 positive answers. So that's how you make an appointment. Now, once you have finished the pre-approval and we have the DU, we know what they need to do to get the loan, you refer them back to the same realtor upon approval. Nothing is worse than not referring them to the same realtor. Your name will be mud in the industry. Step 4, here's another area we help. We help the realtor produce quality designs with our graphics designer. We have a top-notch graphics designer who builds beautiful brochures and flyers and door hangers and all types of different things. We will help brand the agent. Now, in order to be compliant, again, we cannot pay for it. But we've set up a wholesale print account so that realtors can pay only the minimal cost, usually less than half what they'd get on their own. Now, you pay your portion. The realtor pays their portion. It depends on the percentage of the page. So if you're on one side and the realtor is on the other side of the page, well, then you pay half and they pay half. If you're on 25% of one side, well, you should be paying 25% and the realtor pays 75%. This keeps everyone compliant. Help realtors distribute the flyers, postcards, doorknob hangers, etc. Help the realtor with door knocking. What happens is, very, very commonly, if you do this, you'll find people who do not want to sell but do need to refinance. And sometimes you'll find people who need to sell or their brother-in-law was thinking about buying a house. Help the realtor with door knocking. Hold their hand, go through the process. Include the realtor in all the Modern Mortgage Group of social events. Cater to the realtor at all the events that we sponsor. We sponsor many, many different organizations and events. Help them become part of our business family by treating them like family. Very important to do that. Make the events fun for the realtor. All these things build relationships. Now, building relationships with realtors, one of the best ways is to do what you say you're going to do. It's very simple. Don't tell them I'll call you back at 4 and then not call them. Don't tell them I'll stop by your office at 3 o'clock and not stop by or show up at 6 and say he wasn't there. You have to do what you say you're going to do. Realtors appreciate the seriousness of the business, that you take it serious. Lunches, breakfasts, dinners, coffee together, they're great ways to get to know each other. Game plan together for marketing. Dream together. What's it going to be like when you make $400,000 a year? What's your lifestyle going to be like? What's your house going to look like? What kind of car are you going to drive? These things build relationships. Ask a lot of questions about what has worked for them in the past as far as marketing. And remember, family first. Your most precious asset is your family, and so is theirs. Find out about their family. This builds relationships. Step 4. Service, service, service. 1, that means always tell the truth. Don't avoid the sticky situations. Answer your phone. Call back when you say you are going to, even with bad news or no news. They appreciate the fact that you called back. Realtors work their own schedule. You have to work theirs, not yours. Pre-approve loans quickly, or guess what? Your competition will.